Hello, do you hate or love EV charging? And what are the reasons? I'll tell you my top three chargers in a minute, that's in the UK. Please see if you agree with my conclusions and leave a comment below. And I hope you can like and subscribe for future videos. I'm lucky to have people watching this in North America, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and Europe. And there are differences, particularly North America and the UK, that I know of. So every country has a slightly different perspective on Tesla and owning an EV and charging. Also, there are huge differences in opinions between people who own EV or a Tesla and those who don't. And depending on the TV programs, channels, radio stations, the news that you watch will colour your perspective on gas versus electric driving and charging. All the comments on my most recent videos, and please take a look, they're very positive from Tesla owners in UK, US, Australia and New Zealand. Some people think hydrogen is the future, but I really don't agree. I'm sure the oil producers would love it to be, as they could then produce it. But you can also make hydrogen from green energy. But no doubt in my mind that the electric vehicles really are here to stay. Most EV owners love their cars, MG, Hyundai, Kia, Volkswagen, don't want to return to gas. So it's not just Tesla owners who love their cars. Those who don't want you to buy an EV, in other words, the oil industry, legacy automakers, dealers, etc., have almost given up on attacking or criticising electric vehicles because they know in the 2020s that the EV is much better than a gas vehicle. But the weak link in the chain is public chargers in many countries, except Tesla, who are years ahead of everybody. Earlier this year, we drove to the Algarve in southern Portugal after going on the Portsmouth-Santander Brittany ferry to northern Spain, and regularly drive 2,000 miles across the UK from Cornwall to Orkney and back to the top of Scotland without any issues using Tesla superchargers and Charge Place Scotland in some of the more remote parts of the Highlands of Scotland, and it's great fun. So as not to be totally dependent on Tesla superchargers, I sometimes use GridServe on motorway services. They're a bit dearer than Tesla. It's simpler than most, but it's certainly not as simple as Tesla. Charge Place Scotland is everywhere in Scotland, and car parks, fast and slow chargers, and they have a card and I use them to supplement Tesla supercharging when I'm away from home. I wish England had a national coordinated public charging system as good as Charge Place Scotland. The UK has increased public charging by 30% in the last 12 months. So that is a step in the right direction. And the government have a target of 300,000 public chargers by 2030. That's 10 times our current number. So that's certainly going to help. But taking away EV subsidies and charging 20% VAT on all new EVs makes the UK much dearer than the US and Norway for EVs. Norway has zero VAT on electric vehicles and it's 25% on all other vehicles, and no wonder something like 80% of the new cars in Norway are electric. They lead the world on electric vehicles and doing so well. So the cost of the new EV is a concern to many people in the UK. Hyundai, MG have some excellent price cars, and the Chinese are bringing many new models under 30,000 to UK, Europe and the US, which will make many traditional legacy car makers look stupid and threaten their business. Toyota joined the party very late and have got a lot of catching up to do. So my top three superchargers in reverse order I have already mentioned are, and these of course are in the UK, are GridServe. They're mostly contactless payment. They're in most UK motorway services, so they're good if you're travelling long distance, but they are a little bit more expensive than Tesla and also Charge Place Scotland, who are my second choice. They have really competitive prices. They've got fast and slow chargers. They're in car parks. They're all in great locations, and I've used them a lot. You get a card And it's a shame that England, Wales don't have a system as good as that. In first place is really no surprise. It's the Tesla. You don't need a card. You just plug in and walk away and go and get a coffee, while other people on other public chargers are getting into the app. Don't have that problem with the Tesla. It's so very, very fast. Now, Tesla supercharging is not the only reason to buy a Tesla, as the cars are amazing, but I don't understand why anyone would buy a dearer car than a Tesla. They don't end up with the Tesla superchargers. It doesn't quite make sense to me why you would do that. I don't quite get it. And because at the moment, Tesla supercharging is very good prices. 40p a kilowatt hour in the UK from 8 p.m. at night till 4 p.m. roughly, and the dearer bit at 50p a kilowatt, and it varies slightly from 4 to 8. And of course, GridServe are dearer, but they're not as dear as BP Pulse and some of the others are owned by the oil companies that really want to put you off buying an EV. Okay, what do you think? Please leave a comment below. Hope you can like and subscribe for future updates for this channel. Thanks very much for watching, and don't forget to take your coffee mug wherever you go. Thanks a lot. Bye.